Welcome back to the Olympic Saddle Dome, Czechoslovakia, and their lineup. They'll be shooting against the Edmonton Oilers' great goaltender, Grant Fuhr.
Czechoslovakia had 27 players come to their training camp in Prague. 23, of course, are here for the Canada Cup. 2 not dressed tonight. Ludek Chaika, number 6. And Jerzy Sheva, who scored 3 goals versus Canada in the gold medal game at Prague in 1985, but has not done much since. And, of course, he will be facing Grant Fuhr. This is 7th NHL season for Grant Fuhr. 3 Stanley Cup winners, and including, of course, the Stanley Cup just completed. This is his 2nd Canada Cup.
And the star-studded Canadian team lineup, they'll be shooting against Dominik Hasek, the 22-year-old outstanding goaltender for Czechoslovakia.
And for Canada, 2 not dressed tonight, both because of injuries. James Patrick of the Rangers, the defenseman, has a hip flexor. He's been plagued by this throughout training camp. And Glenn Anderson, a knee injury when he collided with Scott Stevens early in the camp. He's not dressed tonight as well. Neither injury is considered very serious, and they should be available for Coach Mike Keenan as time progresses in this tournament. There, of course, is Dominik Hasek, consensus best goaltender in Europe. Dan?
We're underway as the referee, Noah, drops the puck, and immediately Team Canada cleared in. Team Canada in the red jerseys, but Czechoslovakia in white. In there forechecking is Rick Tocchet. Now Gretzky behind the net, trying to center. Loose at the side of the goal. A quick shot by Tocchet up high and wide. Now almost stolen by Tocchet, but breaking out for Czechoslovakia, Yuri Hrdina, number 24. Fires one, and Fuhr with that quick right hand flashes it out and makes the save. And that's the way game 1 of this Canada Cup Series gets underway. The officials tonight, all from the United States. The referee, Mike Noeth, an NHL referee, and the 2 linesmen, Kevin Collins and Gordon Brossiker, also NHL regular officials, but they're all from the United States.
Well, a great chance for Jussi Hrdina right off the top. A good glove save. And that came just after Tocchet had hoisted one over top of the net at the other end. Brad Park mentioned at the outset we might see some jittery type play early on, but they got it going pretty early, so we'll see what happens.
Canada controlling from the face-off, Doug Crossman, and then it's fired out into center ice. Brent Sutter after it, knocked away. Back comes Czechoslovakia. Hasek, number 21, tied up on the play. And then Dale Howardchuk tried to clear it. Puck still loose, back of the goal. Czechoslovakia in control. Balak, number 27, back on the point. Held in by Stabiana. And now Howardchuk for Canada, number 10. Cleared it. Stabiana held it in. Knocked away and blocked at the Team Canada defense by Rochefort, and it's cleared to center ice. This is Brent Sutter, number 21. Hustling back, number 7. Sherban for Czechoslovakia. Goulet into forecheck, almost stole it. And now Stabiana, number 16, leads the rush for Czechoslovakia. Fired in, Craig Hartsburg, number 4 for Canada. Hartsburg feeding one up the middle. And it's shot in from center ice by Ray Bourque. But right back comes Czechoslovakia. Ruzicka, number 17, trying to flip it through for Rochal, number 10. Now centered out in front. Loose, a whack at it, and Hartsburg slid across to block it. Now a backhander goes wide as Peter Rochal let it go. And it's Bourque for Canada as Team Canada, after a close call, come out of their own zone. Lead pass to Mario Lemieux. And back to break it up. Kedlatch, number 5 for Czechoslovakia. Gretzky holding it in. Gretzky couldn't get the shot off, and it's cleared to center ice. Paul Coffey, wearing 77, gives it to 99, Wayne Gretzky. Fired in by Canada. And Hasek cleared it aside. Now Larry Murphy controlling for Canada in center ice. To Gretzky, over to Tocchet. Tocchet trying to move in with Brian Propp, but it was broken up. And Czechoslovakia's Volk fires one. Now a shot wide of the target. Let go by Jan Josko. Here is a centering play made by Kuchera. Shot was blocked, and Gretzky tips it to center. Number 28, Boschik back to get it for Czechoslovakia. No score. And we've played over 3 minutes here in the first period. Puck loose in the center ice area. Now picking it up on the fly. Claude Lemieux in front. A shot. Big save there on the close-in try for Team Canada by Mike Gartner. Gilmore was in front, but Gartner got the shot up, and it's cleared to center ice. Dolezal back to get it over to Beauchic. Now into center ice to Herdina. Here's Herdina, future Calgary Flame player, trying to center one. Claude Lemieux there to intercept and clear it. And now an injured player for Czechoslovakia, and that stops play. Yuri Dolezal is the injured player. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
But here's the best scoring chance of the game so far. Gartner point-blank range, but Hasek came out and he made the save. He is terrific talent, of course. Great, very quick, especially with his skates. And in that one, a low shot by Mike Gartner. Hasek right there to make the save.
No score, 16-18 left of the first period. I'm Dan Kelly, Ron Roosh alongside. Dan Matheson and Brad Park with you as well. We're in Calgary, Alberta. Here's Brent Sutter for Team Canada. Shooting it in, but back-checking is Liba for Czechoslovakia, number 11. That's Howard Chuck into forecheck to Messier. Number 11, Mark Messier, trying to get it to Howard Chuck, but Liba breaks it up. Cleared it into center ice, and Canada has to retreat. Hartsburg firing it back in. Racing in is Bork to pinch in and hold it to Brent Sutter. Trying to center. Liba for Czechoslovakia. Here's Liba. Number 11. Liba working his way in, giving it to Poshek. Shot right on. Pure got his blocker up to stop that. Howard Chuck for Canada. Into center ice. Shot in by Hartsburg, but broken up by Czechoslovakia. And now Horsheva for Czechoslovakia, number 4. Claude Lemieux or Mario Lemieux intercepting. Loose puck. Murphy couldn't control it. And here's Rochelle giving it to Poshek. Back on the defense now to Hadlax. But Canada comes up with it. And moving in on right wing and firing it in is Kevin Dineen, but the play is offside. No score here in the first period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
No score in this hockey game, and things have gotten off to a little bit of a slow start here. The feeling out process still underway at the Saddledome in Calgary.
Here's Team Canada with a line of Mario Lemieux, Michel Goulet, and Kevin Dineen, and they shoot it in. Czechoslovakia trying to clear it. Here's Dineen to Goulet. Quick pass, more than a shot wide, and Mario Lemieux into the corner to Goulet to Dineen. Dropping it back. It's centered from the point, but broken up by Czechoslovakia. And back comes Rochelle, number 10. Rochelle trying to make a centering pass to Ruzicka. Mario Lemieux at that long reach comes up with it. Able to clear it, and here's Kevin Dineen. Checked by Ruzicka in center ice. And then Czechoslovakia go offside at the Team Canada blue line.
Well, I think the shots on goal tell you a great deal about this game so far. 2 apiece. There is Mario Lemieux. He's had a kind of a training camp that I guess you expect from a big guy. He's just come on slowly, steadily until he's reached this point in the training camp. Played his best hockey at the tag end of the training camp. Well, we've got some scores on this hockey team for Team Canada. 8 40-plus scores on the squad. And this is a team they said has got some grinders on it. So you got that nice balance, but the power is there.
Here's the new Team Canada line. Gretzky centering Tocchet and Brian Propp. But Czechoslovakia controlling Ruzicka, number 14. Taken out by Murphy, and Gretzky has it. Gretzky, captain of Canada, out to Propp. And Propp fires it in. Racing in, Tocchet shoots, he scores! Number 22, Rick Tocchet from the Philadelphia Flyers. Canada leads 1-0.
Almost from day one in training camp, they started talking about Rick Tocchet. Now look at the hustle here as he just beat the defense and then put it up high. That's a good shot. That's the kind of shot that goal scorers make on you. Up over the shoulder of Hasek, who had gone down on the play. I don't think he expected the high shot. 1-0 Canada. Tocchet gets the goal.
Here's Yuri Urdina losing it, and now covering up on the play is Staviana. And Czechoslovakia on the attack. Into Bolek. Number 19, his shot turned aside by Fuhr. And Gretzky coming up with it. Wayne Gretzky for Canada. Into center ice to Coffey. Back to Gretzky, but they go offside. That Edmonton combination of Gretzky and Coffey. There's the goal scorer, Rick Tocchet. 5:57 the time. And Canada leads it 1-0. The assists on the play to Prop and Gretzky. 5:57 the time.
Well, here it is as Tocchet. Watch the hustle. Good isolation on Tocchet there as he moves in. Now the puck took the bounce off the boards and right out in front. Nice to know your arenas. Tocchet was right there and smelled it out. Gretzky right behind him. Prop and Gretzky picking up the assists on the goal. Goal number 1 of the tournament.
And Baynock, the defenseman number 9, was the guilty party as Tocchet just out-hustled it. Canada clearing it in, and Czechoslovakia trying to carry right back out with Yuri Kuchera. Now into center ice to Urdina. Urdina, number 24, fires it in, and Messier for Canada. Cleared it right back into center ice. Lubina over to Horsheva, number 4. Knocked down in center ice by Messier. Howard Chuck trying to flip it in, but Czechoslovakia take control, and Ladislav Lubina into center ice. It comes back to Lubina. Cleared it out, and now Staviana for Czechoslovakia. Liba couldn't get it. There's Poshak. He's checked. And now Claude Lemieux, number 32. Feeding it into Gartner. Gartner in front. Couldn't get the pass to Gilmore, who had the pass slip in behind him. Poshak, number 21, back for Czechoslovakia. Fanned on the shot as he was tied up on the play by Crossman and didn't get any wood on it. 1-0 for Canada. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Well, the pre-tournament game between these two teams, 4-2, Team Canada over Czechoslovakia. Most of these pre-tournament scores, I think we can just let go by the board. Experimental all the way. Of course, Czechoslovakia just coming over from Prague when they played that game. Canada not using, of course, all the players either.
Burnett with his shot. Loose puck in the Canada zone. Here's Crossman, a shot. Gilmore just missed on the rebound. Lemieux to Gilmore. To Gartner. Back to Gilmore, and saved by Hasek on Gilmore. Penalty coming up to Czechoslovakia. A hooking penalty called as Claude Lemieux was hooked down. And Liba, number 11, will go to the penalty box.
Well, I like to call Hasek the Tony Esposito of Europe. They say that he patterned himself a great deal after that. Take a look as we look at Liba going to the penalty box, Igor Liba. But there was a great save made on that play right in front of the net as Lemieux was hauled down. And the pad save came on a butterfly-type play. And so Hasek comes up with a big save on a play. Here it is. Now watch the pad. Down he goes. There it goes. But if you talk to Hasek, he says that his idol was Jerzy Holek. A terrific goaltender back in the 70s for Czechoslovakia.
I was going to say, if he has the Tony Esposito style, it'll be big in Chicago, and Hasek has been drafted by Chicago.
That's right.
Liba off for hooking. Canada with a power play alignment. Messier, Lemieux, and Gretzky. How would you like to be a penalty killer against that trio? Hartsburg is a point man. Over to the other point man, Coffey, who fires it in. Canada leading 1-0 and on a power play. Centering pass comes to Gretzky. Couldn't get it in front, and it's cleared out by Yaroslav Baynock, number 9. Hartsburg back to get it for Canada. To Mario Lemieux. Lemieux with Gretzky and Messier. Gretzky to Lemieux. Big Mario back on the point. To Hartsburg to Coffey. Into Gretzky. Centered it across. Lemieux is stopped by Hasek on an excellent setup. Now Lemieux back on the point to Hartsburg. Back to Mario Lemieux. Lemieux Feeds Gretzky, intercepted. Hasek got his stick on it. So did the defenseman Baynock. It is cleared away. Back to Coffey.
Twice he smelled out a play, Dan, and helped himself.
Sherban clearing it away, and Hartsburg back for Canada. Off of Gretzky's stick, and Staviana fires it away. 50 seconds left in the penalty to Czechoslovakia. Paul Coffey headmanning to Gretzky. Out of his reach. And Sherban, number 7, back for Czechoslovakia. Cleared it out. Here's Hrdina. Tied up and checked by Howardchuk. But Hrdina seals it back. You see Hrdina. Into Dolezal. Backhander up high and wide. Dolezal with a shorthanded chance. 22 seconds left in the penalty. Canada on the attack. Ryan Kropp clearing it in, but it's fired back out by Hrdina. And here's Murphy. Now Howardchuk dumps it in. Horseshoe, number 4, firing it out for Czechoslovakia. And Ray Bourque is there to get it. Here's Bourque from the Boston Bruins, number 7. Pass missed Goulet. Leva's back on. They tried to work it to Leva. Broken up, and here's a 2-on-1 Canada break. Goulet trying to center it. Broken up by Kadlec with a good defensive play to break the 2-on-1 up. Back comes Czechoslovakia. Drop pass to Pasek. Low shot. Blocked. Crossman couldn't clear it. Here's Leva. In front. Pasek shoots. He scores! Dusan Pasek, number 21, ties this game up.
Well, Pasek, how often do you see that, Dan? A great play down at one end of the ice made, in this case, by Kadlec, the defenseman, who intercepted a crossing pass on a 2-on-1 by Goulet. Back down the ice they come, and Pasek picking it up in front, watching number 21, and bang. He picked that one almost out of midair on a bouncing puck. But a good setup by Leva at the side of the net for Pasek, the team captain of Czechoslovakia, the veteran. And it's a 1-1 hockey game.
Just past the midway mark of this first period. 1-1 the score. Canada now on the attack. Trying to center is Michel Goulet. Into Brent Sutter. Sutter tied up on the play. Gets help from Goulet. Sutter still battling. And Horseshoe is the man who battles Sutter. Now the puck loose. Czechoslovakia failed to clear it, but now coming up with it is Lubina, and he clears it down the ice. And it's going to be icing as Doug Crossman goes back together. A 1-1 game here in the first period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. Labatt Canada Cup hockey is protected by copyright right. Any use without permission is prohibited. A 1-1 game. Pasek, after the great defensive play at the other end that stopped Canada on a 2-on-1 break. Here's Canada with Tocchet, who scored the Team Canada goal. Tied up by Sherban. Now loose in front. Drop a whack. Gretzky's deflection went wide from a bad angle. Volk trying to clear it. Volk again, number 20. Into center ice, and Kuchera loses it. The trailer on the play, Volk getting it in, and Rochefort has it for Canada. Czechoslovakia controlling in center ice. Gretzky steals it. Here's Gretzky. In with Tocchet and Kropp, with the pass to Kropp. Intercepted and cleared. Gretzky again. Gretzky off Tocchet's skate. Dolezal off the bench. Intercepting. And Sherban, number 7, controlling. Over to Kadlec, who broke up that 2-on-1 break. Back to Sherban, number 7. Now to Dolezal, number 15. Tipped in by Hrdina. Pure cleared it away. And back comes Gilmore for Canada. Doug Gilmore leaving it for Lemieux. Drop pass. Dolezal intercepts. Breakaway pass to Volek. Volek caught on the play by Murphy. Leaving it there. Moving right in. Shooting and scoring. Horseshoe, number 4. What a play by Horseshoe.
What a terrific shot. And he, of course, had a clear path after they had the good chance coming over the line with Volek carrying the puck. He put the brakes on and fed it to the trailer on the play. And there he is. Look at the move and up high. And what are you going to do about a shot like that? And here's a good view of it. Now watch goaltender Grant Fuhr. He's looking for something else. He started to move, put his weight on his left skate, and then he put it up top drawer. left side of the net as far as Horseshoe was concerned, and it's a 2-1 game. Czechoslovakia is leading.
12-18, the time of that goal. Canada behind here in the first period. Goulet to Hartsburg. Hartsburg firing it for Mario Lemieux. He's tied up but breaks loose. And hustling back is Maynard. He's being forechecked in the play. And Kevin Denis trying to send her to Goulet, but Czechoslovakia intercept. Back they come with Flock trying to flip it in. Hartsburg into the corner. And Flock, number 27, battle for it. Leba in there working to Flock. Back to Leba, centered. Mario Lemieux there to clear it away. And Czechoslovakia will have to retreat. They lead 2-1. Here's Stabiana, number 16. Just clearing it near the Team Canada blue line. And back come Canada. Fired in by Rochefort. Oh, and Hasek came out and grabbed it away from Messier, taking it almost off the stick of big Mark Messier. And then he held on to it. Well, the scoring summary right now favors Czechoslovakia. Taka gave Canada the lead, but Hasek and Horseva have come back to score for Czechoslovakia.
Now, Canada seems to be having some opening night jitters here. They paid the price here in the first period, down 2-1.
Here's Sutter, number 21, centering it across, trying to get it for Howardchuk. Now the drive from the point by Crossman. Howardchuk hit the side of the net. Howardchuk after it again, but Sherban cleared it. Howardchuk in front to Messier, rolling puck. Hasek dropped his stick and went after that with both hands and smothered it. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Czechoslovakia 2, Team Canada 1. We're in the first period with 13 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the first.
Gretzky, Prop, and Tuckett, the line that scored for Canada out there, but Czechoslovakia on the attack. Here's Kuchera centered. Man was wide open, Yasko, but he panned on it. And back comes Gretzky. As Prop with him, backhander, blocked to the defense. Getting in front of it was Horseva. Now Murphy at the point. Shot loose in the slot area. And then cleared away in Czechoslovakia. Peter Volk giving it to Kuchera. Back to Volk. Drop pass, but Pocket intercepts, speeds Gretzky. Gretzky trying to get away from Kuchera. Now to Coffey. Coffey leads the rush. Feeds it back in front. Back to Prop from Gretzky, but behind him. Dolezal back for Czechoslovakia, one-on-one. Hartsburg the only man back, and Hartsburg played him perfectly. Now Coffey on the other side breaking up a pass-up. But here's Herdina. Gets it in front. Backhander. York kicks that up. Another shot wide of the net. Banat moving up from the defense to let it go. Here's Czechoslovakia. Volak to Herdina, but intercepted and cleared by Team Canada. Now Canada getting it into center ice. Picked up there. Gartner couldn't get anywhere. Back is Herdina. Herdina trying to center, but that's Gilmore back-checking for Canada. Now feeding it ahead for Gartner. Now Gilmore holding it in. Gilmore in the clear. Centered it. Gartner stopped by Hasek as he slid across. Gilmore set up Gartner beautifully. Now Flock moving in. Drop pass back, and Hasek shot turned aside by Fuhr. Stabiana at the corner stops that. And Czechoslovakia coming close again. Here's Leba. Beating one in for Flock, number 27. He's tied up by Bork. Flock still with the puck. Centered it, and Mario Lemieux back for Canada. Has Gartner with him. Pass to Gartner. Wide open. It hopped over his stick. Horseva for Czechoslovakia. To Pasek. Back to Horseva. Shoots one. Blocked at the defense, and here's Claude Lemieux. Game opening up. Lemieux into Denis. Kevin Denis. Center to Lemieux. Couldn't get a stick on it. Canada at the point. Doug Crossman shooting. He fired that wide. And Czechoslovakia clear it out of there. 3:40 left in the period as Canada's Doug Crossman goes back to get it. Canada trailing by a goal. Here's Denis to Claude Lemieux. Banach interception. Back comes Rochal, number 10. trying to stick handle around Murphy. Rochelle still with it. Into the corner. Ruzicka can't center. He's tied up by Rochefort. And now Dineen for Canada. Carries nicely out of the zone. Kevin Dineen from the Hartford Whalers. Shoots it in. Back is Boucher. And he was forechecked and fell on top of it. And we get a stoppage. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. Here's a face-off in the Czechoslovakia end. Back to Hartsburg. Shoots one. Wide of the net. Howardchuk gets it loose from Hasek. Centered, but that's intercepted, and Yashko, number 12, leads the rush for Czechoslovakia. Howardchuk tied him up. Now it's Stabiano. Flipping it in, and Brent Sutter has it for Canada. Over to Bork to Howardchuk. Into center ice, but Volk intercepts. Clears it back in. Kuchera in to try and get it. Now helping him out is Yashko. But Canada back with Brent Sutter into the corner to Bork, back to Sutter. Here comes Messier. Drop pass, they score! Howardchuk from Messier!
Big defensive mistake. That's Messier with the puck. Look at Howardchuk. Look where the defense is. Messier took the defenseman with him. There he goes, moving over to cover his Sherbound, and then out in front, number 10, Howardchuk lets it go. We've got a tie hockey game.
They picked up Brent Sutter on the play, but forgot about Howardchuk. And if you do that to the Winnipeg Jet player, he'll burn you, and he just did, and it's tied 2-2. Bork will get an assist in the play. Murphy clears it in for Canada. Going back to get it, Cadlat's number 5. Now Tocchet into forecheck. Had it, couldn't get it in front. It comes to Gretzky in the corner. Gretzky to Tocchet. Shotted wide. And breaking out on right wing is Volek. Just cleared it. Horsheva has it for the moment. He's checked. And Murphy feeds it, and Canada clear it in. Hasek to Horsheva. Got it on the boards. Murphy being bumped by Hrdina on the play. Now it's cleared into center ice, and here's Dolezhov. Long shot wide of the target. Canada tying the game up. Hrdina centered, and wide open and pure. Big save as he stopped Volek, who was all alone in front of the net. Tocchet back for Canada. Rink wide pass to Goulet. He's checked, and Volek, who missed that chance moments ago, number 19, has it for Czechoslovakia. Stolen by Canada. Goulet shot. Out came the goaltender Hasek to get a piece of it. Now trying to center. Gilmore was wide open. That's Gartner does center it. And Hasek covers up on it and held it, and a stoppage with 58 seconds remaining in the first period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
That last goal, Dale Howardchuk from Raymond Bork and Mark Messier at the 17:38 mark. Shots on goal, 13-12 favor Canada here in the first period with less than a minute remaining. As Pasek, you see the captain, one of the goal scorers in this game, and the true leader of this Czechoslovakian team.
Gilmore wins the faceoff to Bork. Back to Gilmore, but intercepted by Flock. And Czechoslovakia come to center. Here's Sherbound, number 7. Drop pass to Flock. Flock, number 27. Moves in, drops it to Leva. Centered. Pasek fanned on it. Pasek again missed the net with a quick wrist shot. Flock, number 27, tied up by Bork. Puck is centered, and Gartner tips it into center ice. 30 seconds left in the period. Canada 2, Czechoslovakia 2. Here's Gartner trying to break in. Gartner off the boards to Gilmore. Doug Gilmore, number 28. In behind the goal, trying to center is Dineen. He gets a rough ride, and Pasek for Czechoslovakia. Number 21. 10 seconds left in the period. Pasek checked, but Flock has it, and they just drop it back deep in their own zone and then clear it to center. Messier in there forechecking, and the first period comes to an end. Canada in the first period outshoot Czechoslovakia 13-12. Grant Fuhr and Canada head for the locker room, as do Czechoslovakia and their goaltender Hasek. After one, Canada 2,
The speed somewhat. And we've got a 2-2 tie. Czechoslovakia